picked up and found ourselves in a little side scene with a character known as Gwen, who may or may not have been adopted by the wild thornberries. Um, then,
Oh yeah,
The Wild Thornborns.
yes, the wild thornborns. Yes, copyright and all that. Then we made our way into yet another fantastical world where anyone and everyone could obtain a fantastical castle, a magnificent keep of the size that only immense wealth could bring, could they manage to stay inside for 7 straight days. And the party went inside. One of them enhanced their look with the fine linens of what appeared to be some old servants' uniforms, and then festooned himself with a large set of chain manacles. And then he disappeared as he ventured upstairs. Then the trio wandered around a bit, found themselves in a servant's quarter with a large storage chamber up above through a steep stone stair. And yet another of our spooky house occupants decided to disappear. And then just as they thought, well, shit, we're in for it now, they heard a ghostly voice calling out to some woman named Eleanor. But then we ended there. This week, we rejoin. Oh wait, let me turn on some music. Let's go back to the proper screen. And head back.
Is it the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song?
Obviously.
Oh, and Cape Sandblast.
Right, Cape Sandblast.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll head back to the desert where we find the caravan out on the move. It looks like sometime not too long ago, the caravan had some trouble. There was there's quite a few of the carriages look like they're rolling funny. Maybe some of the wheels have been damaged. Maybe some of them are running on replacements that have been patched one too many times. Caravan's been suffering. Looks like the occupants, the citizens of the rolling caravan, are falling on hard times, even though they spend most of their lives wandering a desert anyway. It's not exactly like there's a lot of good times to be had, but sometimes I guess there are worse times. We head up to the front of the caravan. The lead carriage that always stands in front, sometimes at the front of a big diamond, sometimes maybe a triangle shape, maybe just a loose oblong oval of some sort, but this particular carriage always in front. However, its occupants are not always the same. From journey to journey, the occupant of this particular carriage seems to change. Sometimes a tall, robust figure, walking head high, shoulders back, very physically leading the way. Other times there's a collection of smaller, maybe hip height creatures, some male, some female, somewhere in between, walking hand in hand, leading and hoping that everyone follows safely. But today, the leader of the caravan, well, James, why don't you tell me what they look like?
Leader of the caravan is a dark-haired gentleman in a gray, dusty robe, peering out in front and paying little mind to the goings on of things beside and behind him. Seems driven towards a particular purpose, though that purpose has never quite been stated for this particular individual. Dark hair, pointed brows, a nose that looks like. Go ahead.
No, you.
Okay. A nose that looks like it could swallow a glass of wine on its own. If anyone here knew what wine was.
Of course. They don't have enough moisture to make wine.
Much less grapes.
Of course not.
Dust wine? They could have dust wine.
I suppose. Dust wine.
Toilet wine? Anyway. What
would you say?
Athletic muscle, but not necessarily burly.
Robed. Does it have facial hair?
Yes, a very pointed goatee.
Ah, so short, maintained, pointy.
Yes.
And how would you describe his gait? How does he walk?
He walks very clearly with a bit of a limp and a twisted knee.
Does he ever look backwards?
Nope.
Okay. Good. Good. And we find ourselves somewhere different, as we always seem to. Today we join a group of people who enjoy themselves a nice cold beer, a round of piano, maybe a game of cards. Maybe they like to do a little rolling in the hay upstairs. Maybe they don't. Maybe their game's pool. Maybe they think themselves a little bit of a shark. Maybe they're just here to chit-chat. I need everybody to roll me a D4.
If it's a 1, then we got the full.
That would be very coincidental. Oh, well. No luck. Okay, let me get one of the ones I didn't use. There we go. We're gonna throw Mr. Bowler all over the place here as our generic Western unit. There we go. There's just people everywhere doing things.
Nice little art there.
Indeed.
I guess this is what my video games looked like in the mid-90s growing up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we gotta have our one over here playing the piano.
Anybody in the kitchen?
I'm waiting for the search to come up with more units. Come on, roll 20. That ain't what I searched for at all. Why are you showing me those? Ain't nobody fucking care about that.
Ooh, I like the... It's a soup. I'm looking at all the little details now. This is nice.
Oh, you look at the kitchen.
Well, I mean, like, on one of the tables, there's like a little... It was like a tomato soup or something.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's like tankards of beer and a couple empties.
Oh, yeah,
Some candles lit, some not.
This guy's definitely that's the chef right there.
Yeah. I like his hand.
Yeah.
That man is so dedicated to pizza that he got a pizza roller attached to his hand.
Exactly.
I need that.
You know, speaking of pizza hand, I think I could count on one hand the number of pizzas I made at home that I've been like, I'm glad I made this instead of ordering.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Manual. Usually, the only times that worked out was when I'd go to Publix and buy like the fresh made dough.
I do like those. Like we got like go to Publix or Murphy's or anywhere that'll make you a good one to bake, and that's pretty top notch.
Yeah. Somebody that made the dough and like kneaded it out already in like one of their fucking machines or whatever. That's good. Like me trying to make the dough at home, not going to be very good. Me buying like a pre-made like shit crust, like either off the shelf or out of the freezer, not good. But yeah, those times it was all right.
Did I spell that word right? I'm trying to get it to give me a I did spell it right. Like a woman in a dress. That's what I want. Roll 20. Give me a
debutante.
Like I've been searching like singer, just lady, beauty, dress, courtesan. I don't want to search the word prostitute, but I'm about to.
If it comes up with a lady in a dress, why not?
That's sad. It does. I'd have to purchase this pack, which I'm not gonna. That's not really a good model, but it was the first one that actually gave me anything.
Could you just look up dress?
I did. It gives me. I can get images of dresses, but not a figure in a dress.
Yeah, that sucks.
Let's just do generic female figure. Come on. There we go. Actually, that turns out pretty close. Those are actually really solid. If not for the little magic on her hand, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a big boob gambit.
Yep.
Yeah. The titties are there.
They are there.
You know, I really liked X-Men growing up, but if Gambit looked like that, might have liked it even more.
I mean, you had Storm and Jean Grey. I mean, both of which were quite large-breasted.
I suppose. Yeah, that's true. You're raising the heat in here, mister. Oh, Lord.
The vapors.
Oh, them big-breasted cartoon women. My goodness.
Though actually, I mean, to be fair, New Storm, the newer art of Storm, is way better.
There's a new series, like a new kids show.
X-Men's been going forever and ever, right? But then of course it gets rebooted like once a decade.
That's true. I'm like whatever the mid '90s one that came on after Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was
my introduction.
Same.
And anything after that, I don't really know. Not that I wouldn't potentially be interested in, I guess, but haven't really saw it.
It's like the 90s, early 2000s Teen Titan versus Teen Titan now.
Right, cartoony, super young Teen Titans.
It's like an anime one, though, right?
One's animated, one's like just shitty cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh man, can you imagine a live-action Teen Titans? How fucking corny would that be?
I can imagine how horrific that would be. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be so corny.
I mean,
although
they
UPN,
that, didn't they?
Oh my god, wait, what's it called? CW. It went from UPN to WB to now CW. I'm sorry. Like 90 years old.
I guess, I don't know. I thought it was Teen Titans because I know they had Starfire. And there was like all his hoopla because she was like black. But I was like, it's not that. She just looked like, they dressed her like a prostitute. And I'm like, listen, I know she's not wearing a lot of clothes, but you don't have to make her so trashy.
Right.
It's a female
character. In the animated one and the original one, they like she was wearing like a mini skirt.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's, I mean, apples and oranges there. I think it's a pretty close comparison. It's just a different style, I guess.
The one Pepper's talking about, though, is like they're adults and she's wearing extremely little.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think
very prostitute-y.
If I remember, like there's even a part of
Young Justice.
Yeah, Young Justice. There's even a part of her character in the Young Justice series where, like, in her homeland or whatever, they used like sex as an aggressive weapon kind of deal or some shit. Like it was a very awkward kind of plot.
Yeah.
I wonder if those scripts were written by men.
I wonder, huh?
I can't imagine that being the case. I don't know. I fucking love Starfire, though. She was always, like, my favorite, so.
Raven's the only character worth listening to.
Everybody loves Raven, okay?
That's a good show, too.
Everybody loves Raven.
Actually, I was going for the double whammy. That's so Raven, and everybody loves Raymond.
They hit them both.
Ridiculous.
You get somebody that mumbles when they talk like me to say it, and you could hear either.
Basically the same thing. All right.
All right.
I roll Roman. So, the two of you, Pepper's character and James' character, will arrive at the saloon at the same time. Now, y'all could know each other or not. It's up to you. You may be arriving together. Maybe you just happen to be walking through the doors at the same moment. But the two of you, or let's say you approach, and let's decide that now. Are you arriving together or coincidentally?
Pepper?
I'm gonna let James decide.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We're doing this by back and forth. Share it together.
All right. Pepper, you roll up with the local holy man, Sarsaparilla Wilson.
Okay.
Y'all having just come from the church where the coffers had recently been filched. They still present, but they sure as hell empty. Use nearby. Good.
Madame, I have never seen coffers so empty except when I used to loot ships back in the Caribbean.
Wow. I'm just like, okay, that's where we're going. All right. Did you want to say more, Randy, or do you want me to respond?
That's up to you.
You can go ahead.
All right.
Oh, she doesn't respond, which is a response in and of itself.
You was nearby the church course because your family lives next door, and you, as the deputy of the town, were called in to investigate. Now, Sarsaparilla Wilson, having once been a Caribbean pirate, but having turned straight and come down here to the west, is all upsetty. He is displeasured by the lack of funds that his church lives and dies on. They can just barely afford to feed themselves and help out the community while what's in the coffers, and now it's gone. The two of you are headed for we're gonna call it
Good Time Gary's?
No, that's not run
Gentleman
down.
Jeans.
It's not run down enough. It's gotta be something like the Sleeping Mule. You guys are headed over to the Sleeping Mule to check in on the lowlifes, because that's the most likely place you'd find a thief at this time of day. If you'd like to say something now before the pair of you walk inside, go ahead.
Now tell me, what do you think again happened? I don't understand. Are you saying that we have a thief who would steal from a church on our hands?
Oh, it happened all the time back in the homeland. You pillage all of the churches, take all the golds, run off into the sunset, sell it, make a fortune. It gets back to the church because the Vatican pays for it.
Yeah, but you're not
But
one of them.
unfortunately, we do not have Vatican here. So we need to find the money so I can, continue to provide for the people of the wonderful town.
I mean, I know a lot of people are counting on your help, so I just can't imagine there would be somebody that would see that money and feel so inclined to it, knowing all that. That's a rotten person.
There are many rotten people.
I suppose we're going in.
Alrighty. The two of you head inside. Now, I do need Sarsaparilla Wilson to make me a normal roll, please. Actually, you know what? Make it a +1 roll.
How many of these people do I recognize?
That ain't it. This is for something else. Oh, 2 successes. That is a good thing. Sarsaparilla Wilson, there's a tiny thought, just a little nag in the back of your head that the homeland followed you here, that the reason you left the Caribbean has come west.
No.
Surely not, but you can't help but wonder. The two of you
Could
push
it
in.
be my old rival?
You push in the two. What are those doors called? The
swingy doors.
yeah,
I
the
don't
swingy
know.
doors.
Double doors?
There's a name for them. Kosher. What are they called? The doors. You know,
Saloon doors?
the saloon doors. What are they called? The swingy doors. They have a name.
Lazy Susans.
No.
Swinging Stanleys.
What are they called? I feel like I've never known what they're
I
called.
know. I
Double doors, and I've heard saloon doors.
I'm gonna call them saloon doors. The internet seems to be calling them saloon doors.
There should be, and probably is,
I
a
feel
real
like there
name
was
for
a
that.
real
Batwing
name.
doors.
Do what?
Batwing doors.
Batwing doors? Is that a real thing, or are you just making that up?
Yes.
That's what Google says.
No. I just googled it.
Batwing doors. All right, we're calling it that. So the two of you bust through the Batwing doors, as all good cowboys are wont to. Boom, boom. And you come inside, and there's piano music playing. Let me see if I can get myself some piano music. Oh, that ain't gonna do it. So what about over here? List. I don't know if it's gonna help me or not. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll be it. Ha. Perfect. I'm gonna add that to the game. Kapow. Kapow.
How did saloons in the Old West lock their doors at night?
They did.
They didn't. If you just came in, you got shot.
That's right. Old
That's
Billy,
so-
old Bill slept on the fucking bar top. If you rolled in too late, you just got shot at.
Number one comment. Most saloons in the Old West actually didn't have these doors. Outside of certain parts of the country, it was either way too hot, way too cold, or way too windy to have a door like that and be able to keep cards flat and people warm.
True.
But Hollywood.
But
Hollywood right there.
That's right.
And like the drama of somebody walking through that shit.
Of course.
That's how it was.
That's
Fuck
important.
you.
Hell yeah. So, boom. Sound of piano. Yeah, locals, low lives, high lives, you know, everywhere in between. Just having their evening meal, maybe a sip, playing some cards.
Ton of guys in bowler hats.
Ton of guys and a shitload of dudes in bowler hats. It's actually just a town made of clones, except for you two.
When did the British get here?
But they don't notice.
Yeah. Nobody knows any better. Yeah. All right. So the various Western kind of low wealth town, like Western town. So nobody's exceedingly well dressed. The local oil tycoon is here. He's up drinking and having a meal near the bar, but pretty much everybody but him is gold panner. Basically just your generic cowboy figures or the families that thereof. The two of you
All
bust
right.
in. What are you doing?
Father, now I'm gonna get myself a good old shot of whiskey. I don't know what you're gonna drink, but I think you should drink with me. We got a long road ahead of us.
Oh,
I mean, you gotta live a little, right?
absolutely. Especially if the worst comes through.
I mean,
Where's the rum?
okay, I guess we approach the bar.
Two of you make your way across through the inn or through the saloon towards the bar. Now, being the deputy of the law, you're definitely getting some hard stares as you make your way across the hall. The holy man, preacher, you're not really unaccustomed to being looked at, but you got to hold hope in your heart that they're looking at you with the love of God or something. But either way, You make your
You
way.
and I both know it is something.
Definitely something.
Mostly fear of their wives finding out they're drinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, what can you do? Kosher's very confused.
I'm confused by the accent. Yeah. I'm not trying to call him out. I'm just accent confusing me.
Why?
It goes from Irish or like Russian to a little bit of Irish.
That's,
There's a thin line between the Russian, Irish, and Jamaican for us.
that
I
Russian,
have really,
Yeah.
I have had too much Scotch to drink already.
didn't you know that Russian plus Irish equals Caribbean?
That, I mean, I slip between those three
idiot.
all the time when I try and do it, so I feel it completely.
I was actually
Dude,
getting
Liz
more,
Lemon on 30 Rock does it.
I was getting
like-
more of like a Spanish vibe, personally.
Yeah, or Italian, spaghetti western kind
Yeah,
of.
maybe.
I was gonna go with anything that's not America. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear, evidently foreign.
Definitely, evidently foreign. You know what?
Not from
We're not
around
actually
here.
sure where he's from. He just says the Caribbean, and
Mm-hmm.
he definitely looks like at one point in time he may or may not have swung a cutlass, but now he doesn't do that stuff anymore.
Hmm.
And nobody in this town's ever been to the Caribbean, so they
Right, I
don't
mean,
know.
what the fuck. They don't.
They
know.
don't even know where that is.
All right,
Well, I mean, they know there's some islands. All right.
Somewhere.
it's where carib beans are from.
That's right. Caribbeans.
Mm-hmm.
And all their coffee.
That's what the coffee's from. Yeah. Anyways, the two of you stroll up to the bar. Night, Zarb. Have a lovely time.
Yeah, pleasant dreams of all of our accents.
Indeed. Stroll up to the bar. Now, the Sleeping Mule is famous for its giant skull adornment that sits above the bar. Said to have once belonged to the dinosaur. But a lot of people seem to think that it may or may not have been built by the local carpenter and then painted, real nice. But nobody, the barkeep and the owner definitely will never affirm or deny whether that's the case. Definitely a dinosaur. You stroll up to the bar. And, Preacher, deputy.
Mon ami, some rum, please.
I was gonna have a whiskey, but rum sounds real good too. I'll take a shot.
Is that a shot for one or a shot for two? You want double, single, triple, triple, double, single, triple?
A
I'll
single
do a
drop of quadruple.
Yes. All right, quadruple rum. Got it. Pulls out a generic-looking brown jug and pours up what is basically half a glass for the preacher and a double for the deputy. You shoot him back, or are you sipping?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna shoot my back.
What about you, preacher?
Shoot it back.
All right, preacher
And
takes
shoot
it.
the deputy.
You definitely did shoot the deputy. All right, the preacher takes a real long drink. 4 shots is not something anybody can fit in their mouth, and and it's gone. Slam him down, as any good drinker is wont to do. You turn around to survey the saloon. Try and get a good eye over anyone who's looking particularly anxious or like they might have done some thieving, some robbing of the Lord.
Is this a hive of scum and villainy?
It's a mixture. There's definitely some scum, some villainy, but also some good God-fearing people and their families. Though both of you are well aware that if that upstairs you can either pay for a bed or pay for someone to be in your bed, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Depending on your flavor of good and bad, I reckon. You turn around to survey the landscape, take a good look about, and we see old Timmy Two Hands comes stepping in. Timmy Two Hands, you just came out of your regular Tuesday morning stupor. You climbed out of the horse trough, stretched out, snagged that heel of bread you've been saving for your next hunger. Chow down on that one. Your 8 remaining teeth still going strong. You got them good. Check that both of your hands went to both of your guns like they're supposed to. They do. And put your hat on. Decided it was time for a drink.
All right, who's buying the first round? It's time to get this party going.
When Timmy Two Hands comes inside, pushes him aside. Doesn't burst in. He pushes inside like he owns the place and he's happy to be there. Looks around for his buddies, see who he was drinking with that night. Oh, spots young Slim, one of his favored poker partners for when they're both deep in the drink.
Slim, can you spot me one today? A little bit light in the pockets.
Oh, Timmy, yeah, yep, you come on down. You know what, come over here.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, you didn't hear it from me, but drinks tonight are on the house.
Now tonight or today?
Yes.
Oh, sweet sassy molassie. I walked in on the right day. I knew I should have woken up today. My luck. Why?
Oh, well, I just sat down. Somebody handed me a drink. Finished it.
No shit. All right, I'm gonna take his drink.
Finished that one. Somebody handed me another drink. So,
Ah,
I guess we ain't taking no tabs tonight, Timmy. Just have a seat.
this is the good stuff too. This is the good stuff. Normally they water this shit down on them days. I wonder what the occasion is.
That's right. So Timmy heads over to the corner with his buddy young Slim, and right promptly, the jewel of the town, Sweet Susie, comes sauntering across the room, sets 2 beers down in front of each of you.
Oh, this day just keeps getting better and better. What do I owe the pleasure, my lady?
Now calm down, Timmy. You know the rules. You look but you don't touch, and I'll keep handing you beer.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She drops off a pair of beers apiece, heads back upstairs.
Bring me 2.
She already gave you 2.
2 more.
You ain't finished the 2 you got.
You know I will. I'm good for it, Dave.
Another of your buddies looking like he's over there practicing his pool game for the next time some rich saps, some suckers, some traders come through town. He's trying to brush up on his trick shots. Looks over, gives you the nod, not the sup nod, but like the something's up nod. He's like,
Now, Slim, is there something you're not telling me, bro?
oh, Timmy, yeah, I mean, yep, I reckon there is. But you know me, I am the feller who is trying to take advantage of a good thing while not getting in trouble for said good thing. So I'm
how long you know me?
I mean, you mean you as Timmy Two Hands, or you mean you back when your name was Jonathan?
Oh hell, you known me for years.
Right.
You say you're gonna avoid trouble. Trouble's gonna find its way to me. You need to tell me what the hell's going on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Timmy, that I am purposefully not finding out what the hell's going on so that it can't bite me in the ass.
Oh my god. That is fucking genius. Okay.
See?
You know what?
Gotta use
I'm
your
in.
noodle. Gotta use your noodle, Timmy.
Poorman, I don't give a shit. Let's just drink to the day. I'm gonna hold up my glass.
To the day. Then, as the clink and the long draft pull of that particular mug of ale goes off, our last intrepid adventurer comes making its way into the bar. Now, Kosher, you ain't from around these parts. In fact, you ain't from anywhere nearby. But you heard that your mark was in this town. And so you came on the fastest wagon train you could find. Now,
How far away? Like talking differently? Kind of.
two states over. Now, I mean, you could be 2 states south and still be talking just about the same, but you're not from around these parts.
Okay.
Yep, but your mark's somewhere in this town. You've heard. Now, you don't know his name, but you do know that he's a tall fella. Got a scar on his right eye, and walks with a bit of a limp. Supposedly, he killed 2 people and dragged off a third. And she ain't been found, so she's either still with him or she's, well, somewhere got eaten by coyotes. And his most defining feature, should he pull it out, is that inside of his vest, he has an ebony-handled pistol, 6-shooter, looking very fine. Not ebony, ivory. That's what I meant. Ivory. Ebony's just a color. Ivory-handled pistol. Sorry. Yeah, he don't pull it out. You know, he's got other pistols, but if he pulls out, an ivory-handled 6-shooter and has that scar, that's your man. So, you step inside, confident but observant, looking around, trying to see who's going to be trouble and who might just be here for dinner, and if you're getting lucky today in finding your mark.
Okay. As I walk in, to not look weird, I was thinking about this before I came in. I'm gonna walk in, and as I walk in, I want to take a big wad of tobacco, put it in to start chewing on it.
Right.
So while I'm doing it, I can look around, get a good picture of everybody's faces.
Okay.
Kind of see what I see.
Well, mostly around the saloon, you see some pretty normal, like low money kind of Western townsfolk. Some high, some low, some eating, some drinking. A couple of them do stand out to you. There's a young feller on right in the corner on your left. Looks like he's putting away beers, like he ain't planning on living through the day. There's a beautiful woman standing just at the top of the stairs all the way across the saloon, really looking down over the banister, making sure, maybe keep an eye on things, or maybe she does something else, but she ain't moving at the moment. And all the way across the room, there's of course the barkeep, a real mountain of a man, real big, good solid 7.5 feet, broad shoulders. Looks like he probably doesn't need a gun to kill anybody he wants to. And then in front of him, having just a little mild chit chat, looks to be some sort of holy man and shooting Daisy, which was what they call him back home anyway. A woman lawbringer.
When he walks in, I'm gonna look over at my buddy on the pool table and start like waving my hand under the table till I get his attention. Then I'm gonna nod at the guy walking in.
As you feel you put your chew in, the young man over at the pool table tries a fancy shot, misses horrifically, and dang it! Man, I just can't get this. I've been practicing all night. Can't even figure out how to get the dang hole in the ball. Oh, and the ball in the hole, I mean. Will, hey there, stranger. You new in town? He calls out from the table.
I'm just gonna spit into the spittoon that's probably right by the door.
Of course.
I'm gonna ignore him and I'm gonna walk to the bar.
Alrighty.
Now, Johnny, your mama told you not to be wasting all your money throwing it away playing pool. You know you couldn't beat yourself if you tried.
Shut up, Timmy. I'm pretty good. I could beat that guy. Easy.
Oh, hell no. Look at him, walking tall hat like that. I bet he could whoop your ass.
Well, yeah, with his fists, but not with a pool cue. And what'd he say, mister?
Shit, if he can put one foot in front of the other, he could beat you at pool.
Do you respond, Kosher?
I just kind of give him a stern look, and then I just keep walking.
All right.
Tip my hat.
As he goes on by and gets a little bit closer to out of range and closer to the piano where it's louder, Johnny looks back. Thanks, Timmy. Appreciate you.
I tried, man.
Well, we'll get him next time. Holy man, deputy, you've been having yourself a little quiet chit chat with the barman for a while now, just seeing, asking things like who's in tonight, anybody suspicious, has he heard anything about anybody coming into a surprising amount of money recently? And at that last question, you hear a little bit of commotion behind you, but he perks up like, oh, I know the answer to that one. Well, now that you mention it, an anonymous benefactor has bought everyone's drinks tonight.
You don't say.
I do say.
And where might that benefactor be?
Well, as I mentioned, he is anonymous.
Yeah, but we all know that there's trace amounts of anonymous that lead to something more than anonymous.
You ain't wrong there, deputy. I think if you find your way into a conversation with Sweet Susie, you might know the answer to that question.
All right, I'll buy it. I'll definitely buy it. Where might she be right now?
Oh, well, assuming she ain't got nobody in her knickers, she's probably up on the banister.
Right, well, preacher, I think I'll make my way up there, unless you want to come with me. You're welcome to, but I don't want to draw too much attention to you.
That's most fine. Go right ahead. I'll probably follow up your show.
All right, sounds good. You know what? Actually, Fred, if you don't mind, could you get me 2 glasses of brandy? I'm sure she'll definitely want some. Peace offering, if you will.
You taking Susie a drink?
Yep.
All right, I'll put her drink in.
Thank you.
He pours you a stiff glass of brandy, and then looks like he makes her old-timey cocktail, which, as I learned, historically is basically an old-fashioned. It was essentially the only cocktail for decades.
Wow. Hence the old-fashioned part. Fun.
I also had a grand old time watching the dogs stare at that pizza box like it is their holy savior.
What is this?
What this?
What?
Can I have some, please? I can see him there in the damn reflection. He's like, but pizza.
I'll just chew.
He's pretty good about not begging, so he'll just stare at it and drool.
Gross.
All right, so you carry your brandy and your old fashioned. You head off upstairs to find Sweet Susie. Now, as the deputy, you know that her name is not Susie, nor is it Susan, but that is her stage name, as it were. Holy man, what are you up to? You let's say you turn around as she leaves and you spot two newcomers. There's the local drunk who's quick with a drink or his pistols, depending on his demeanor. Timmy down in the corner, and a new face who looks both foreign and mean, walking up the saloon central alley.
Ah, they have followed me.
Roll +1 again for me, holy man.
Right? Cheat.
He is a little too pale to have been traveling in the sun all the time he ought to have. Maybe they did follow you after all. He approaches the bar. Kosher, as you make your way towards the bar, you get an eerie feeling from the holy man. He looks at you and you look at him, and you have one of those moments where your mind's like, oh shit, they know. And then it passes and you're at the bar.
Hello, my friend. It's very nice to meet you. I am Sarsaparilla, the local priest. If there's anything you need, or if you need to come to mass on Saturday or Sunday, please do attend. Pay your tithes; it will be very much appreciated.
Well, thank you, holy man. Did you say what my name was or no?
I haven't. I have told you that you are pale, not from round here, and probably a bounty hunter of some kind.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to double check, make sure I didn't miss it or anything.
Nope.
I'm just kind of like I've already kind of seen him, and I'm a little worried, so I'm gonna kind of just shrug off what he said a little bit, and give me a whiskey, please.
Okay. He turns away from his conversation with the holy man, and seeing him talk to you, he looks up at you and gives you a long study. Where are you from?
About 6 days travel east.
6 days east. On foot? Or by horse?
Horse, of course. That's the only way to travel around here.
You'd be surprised.
Why you ask?
Oh, you just don't look like you're from around here.
Is that gonna be an issue?
Not if you don't make it one.
Fair enough.
Preacher's giving you the stank eye. It's never a good sign. Serves up a whiskey anyway. Slides it over to you.
What do I owe you?
Don't worry about it. Let's call it a new in town gift.
Thank you. And then I bring it up, preacher man, and I just take the shot.
Preacher man, you keep you keep one eye on him and one eye trying to look normal. Just looking for the signs that your homeland might have followed you. And you don't see any color rise to his cheeks. Now, maybe he's just a practice drinker. Maybe there's no color to Raz. Who knows? Timmy, you're 4 beers deep. Starting to feel good. Still got a long way to go, but first things first, definitely gotta piss.
I do. Slim, pardon me. Just about 2 seconds. You guard this half a beer with your life. Don't let anybody look at my cards. I'll be back in a fucking shake of a snake.
I like that. Shake the snake.
Yeah, it's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Flick his hat off. Walk up.
Alright. Snags your beer, drinks the other half of it, and then orders 2 more.
Don't even notice. Amble off to the. Is there even a bathroom
Nope.
here? Yeah, amble off outside.
That's called the outside.
Yeah.
Health.
we ain't got no
Walk
outhouse
around.
out here.
Walk around to the side of it just to piss on the side of the building. I don't care.
Okay.
No, I would peek in through the window and see him drink my beer. There we
There
go.
you go. Yeah, you peek
And
in
then
to the
knock on the
side.
glass.
He's already like you look at him. He's already ordering 2 more.
They're free today. Whatever.
You walk around the side, and you never really care too much about the time of day it is. As long as it's not morning, like actual morning, nobody likes that. But afternoon, night, deep night, whatever, not really your cup. It doesn't matter for you. You amble around that corner, and you see that dusk has fallen, and you're headed towards the nighttime, which is good news for you. That means more people are going to come in, more people play cards with, more people drink.
That was a quick day. I feel like I blinked my damn eyes and it's over with. Right, Dusty Ball?
Dustball looks up at you, tumbles on by.
Yeah, he never did say much. Begins pissing.
All right. He drains the main vein. He shakes the snake. And roll me a normal there, Timmy Two Hands. You're out here on the left side of the building, between the exterior stair that like leads up to the second floor and the bedrooms, between that and the wall, and you're pissing on the wall. You hear something of a commotion coming from this the top of the exterior stair.
What's it sound like?
Scuffle.
I'll sneak around the back of it and try and peek on up there and see what I can see.
You sneak around the back and try and look up over through the banister, through the wooded slats up there. You see black duster, pair of silver handles, and the flash of a knife headed towards headed from like the corner and towards the inside from the second floor.
I'll shuffle on over a bit and peek in through the window and not rush on back inside, like trouble's going in. Actually, I'll knock on the closest one to Slim and try and get his attention.
All right, you head back towards the front corner and knock on this window.
Yeah, try and get Slim's attention there.
Slim and Johnny both.
Can I roll to see if I notice this?
They're asking like, do we need our guns? Okay, they pick up their gun belts and kind of half stumble outside. Let's see. Let's.
I'll meet him out front.
All right, so we'll catch up here back in time. Timmy Two Hands is actively is in the process of beginning to piss as the deputy makes it to the second floor. Now I have a second floor map, but it's really confusing looking, so I'm not going to use it. It's just the same picture with like a ghostly second floor on top of it, but it doesn't really make sense how to use it. I don't know. It wasn't super great. Anyways, so you make it a second floor, and Susie is in her pretty standard spot. If she's not being paid to be somewhere else, she hangs out right at the top of the second story, looking out over the main floor.
I'm just gonna kind of walk up next to her, not look directly at her, and just kind of look down at the first floor with her. Well. Susie, Deputy Bennett to you. How's well, I suppose it's really not a business per se, but how's the business treating you up here?
You don't have to beat around the bush, Bennett. You could say how's tricks just like everybody else.
You know I don't like to speak that lingo around here. Cheapens it for me.
Look, just because you used to be a trick turner doesn't mean you can't say the words anymore.
Oh, Susie, or should I say Savannah? Why don't you just call yourself Savannah? I don't understand it.
Susie's a good stage name, Miss Bennett.
I mean, Savannah's a very nice name, too.
Yeah, and if I want to get married someday, maybe I want to go by Savannah still.
There's no changing your mind about anything, is there?
Is that for me?
No.
No, she's gesturing, like head gesturing at the drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it would be a nice gesture to bring you something in return for a little bit of information, of course.
You trying to figure out who's got the nicest dick?
Well, not today, actually. I'm here on official business, and while that might be your official business, that's not quite mine. So I'm looking for a little bit of more, criminal type information.
Well, you're not getting any younger, Miss Bennett. Maybe you ought to try and hook on to old young Johnny over there. He's young and inexperienced, but he's got a lot of motivation.
I'm just gonna push back my little jacket and flash my gun and be like, listen, word of advice, no dick is as close to being as powerful as this little boy right here in my pocket. So I'm good on that for now. Tell me what you know about the old church up the street.
Well, Miss Bennett, you can have your long barrel over there anytime you like. I'd prefer, and she reaches down into her cleavage, a good snub nose here in close quarters if we're talking about shooting one another. And just puts it back. The church, well, the holy man's a foreign feller with some weird, I don't know, seems like mystical insecurities. The people don't real rightly fear the god or real care about it none, but I suppose a few of the family types, they head out that way. What about it?
Well, I'll agree with you on that one. I mean, there's a decent sized congregation that goes there every weekend. But I know this town is full of scumbags, so I'm not going to pretend that they're all holy men or anything sort of that nature at all. But I was wondering about if you heard any rumors about big spenders.
Oh,
lately.
You mean our anonymous benefactor?
Why, yes, that would be who I'm speaking of.
I have heard rumors. I hear he's real strong in the bedroom, being one of them.
I mean, I'm sure that's part of his persona, but we all know that a lot of people overcompensate when they're trying to make a big huff and tough about themselves around here.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, more so where I might find this gentleman or maybe even lady. I don't know.
Well, you might find him outside right this moment.
Really?
You might.
You're telling me he's out there just standing around while he's just spending all this money around here? I mean, I heard downstairs that it's on the house, according to him.
Mayhaps he's pissing into the wind.
How do I know you're not lying to me right now?
I mean, I very well might be telling you to get lost. I guess you're just gonna have to trust.
You know, we went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
We've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what the beef is with me.
Well,
Now,
use a bitch then and use a bitch now.
Well,
Damn.
you know what, Savannah? Susie? Floozy?
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong about that. I don't mind being called a bitch. I'm one powerful bitch in this bitch-ass town.
Oh, you're sure
okay?
as hell tough bitch. There ain't nobody questioning.
I just want to make sure that, you know, the small-time criminals around here, I know who they are, but I don't think we're dealing with that here. Who steals from a church?
Oh, real right piece of shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't want that kind of thing in my town.
That makes sense. Well,
Listen,
like I mentioned, Miss Bennett, Deputy Bennett, if you just go ahead and take yourself a stroll right out that there door, you may or may not find the person you're looking for.
here's the deal. All right? You know my family is a little better off than most.
I do.
What if I pass you a coin here and there for a bit of information every now and then?
If you hand me that drink and decide not to bust the innkeep down there for illegal moonshining, I'll consider that good enough.
Fair. You got a deal. I pass her the drink
All right.
and a coin.
Too kind. So there's an exterior door that leads to and from the second story to a set of stairs to the outside. That is definitely where she's, nodding her head, because like the bedrooms are behind her. So the only way to go to that way is the exterior door.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just, almost stealthily, quietly make my way out.
Nonchalantly stroll
Yeah.
towards the door. All right. Holy man, you and this suspicious figure are having a not so staring contest. Like whenever one of you looks away, the other one's probably looking at one another. Mostly because you think that the other one's staring at you, but then they're always not when you go to look. What are you doing, holy man?
He rises from his stool with his rum in hand, and well, if you'll pardon me, I need to attend to a different matter entirely. And he'll walk around. He'll walk around the back of the other fellow heading to the stairs, looking him over and looking in particular on his left hand side neck to see if there's a particular tattoo or a particular marking that's right there.
What do you say, bounty hunter? You keep your neck exposed?
No, I'd definitely be wearing something over it.
Yeah, I figured. He's got a scarf covering his neck, unfortunately, holy man. Or not a scarf, like a bandana, so he could cover his mouth if he needed to.
Just keeps on heading over up the stairs.
All right, you make your way towards the stairs. Bounty hunter, why don't you make me a +1 roll? Absolutely. Okay. While you don't recognize the holy man, you definitely recognize his accent. And you get the sinking feeling that he's from the homeland and you might be in trouble here. People like you left your home to avoid the crusade that was killing your people. And here one is, a priest from the fatherland.
Okay. With that kind of information, I'm going to ask the keep, since the holy man walked away, I'm just gonna ask him like, what all does he know about the holy man, or if he has any information or anything like that.
Sorry, what? You're asking what?
Oh, I ask him if he has if he knows anything about the preacher man.
I mean, I guess he showed up 10, 12 years ago and decided to revitalize the Catholic Church. Said he came from across the water.
Did he say just where at across the water?
You know, he said something about carbines and coffee beans. I ain't real sure. He didn't sound British, and that's really all I know about sounding anything over across the water.
All right, well, I appreciate it. I'll leave him a little bit of a tip and ask for another whiskey.
The
next question is this the same time that Timmy left?
Timmy has recently left. Yes, he is. This would be the same time that he's currently pissing on the wall. That conversation's happening up overhead, and so we're right in that time frame before he has heard a scuffle or anything like that.
All right. I guess I want to ask, Keith, you ever see anybody with a scar on their face? It's pretty hard to miss. I'm out here looking for somebody kind of similar to that, trying to catch up with them.
Scar. Well, I mean, not exactly a safe town, so plenty of scars to go around. On the face, you say? Whereabouts? Lip scar, whole face, cheek, got a snaggle tooth.
Probably more closer to the eye area. Kind of, I guess, probably across the cheek. Has a noticeable limp when he walks.
No, that does ring a bell. I think I seen a gentleman like that just here recent. Somewhere came blowing into town, looking like hell. But his coin spent good, so I didn't real mind.
Well, I appreciate the information. If you have any more, if you knew where he went or anything like that, I'd be willing to pay for that.
I don't reckon he's left town yet, but not sure I know where he is right now.
All right, I'll toss him another little tip.
But if you were in the area, you might look upstairs. I hear people come and go at all sorts of hours through the other door.
I toss him a pretty hefty tip. I'll probably give him a 75-cent tip at that point.
Snags it, puts it in direct into the pocket instead of into the till, and just gives you a nod.
And I
slides another cheap whiskey across the table, and then makes himself busy elsewhere.
I tip my hat, take the shot that I had earlier, and then I go ahead and take this one too, and then I guess I want to go ahead and head upstairs.
All right.
In a not slow fashion, but not like I'm not running either.
Okay. Yeah, purposefully, but not at a quick pace.
Right.
All right. You head. You're 30-45 seconds behind the preacher man, who is also headed upstairs, and the deputy who left 2-3 minutes ago. Now, Timmy, you've come around the front, and your two friends, Young Slim and Skinny Jim. Definitely not Slim Jim though. Skinny Jim. Have come outside to meet you. What's going on, Timmy?
Keep it down, keep it down. I just saw some serious trouble push its way in upstairs, and the way I see it is we can hang back and maybe we're the ones that stop that trouble, make a little bit of money, or maybe we just get the fuck out of Dodge before it all goes to hell in a handbasket.
Skinny Jim looks instantly concerned. You know that his daddy beat the living hell out of him the first time he picked up his pistol, and he's been afraid of him ever since. Your other pal Slim, he's got his trusty 6-shooter at his hip there, and he looks a little more capable, though definitely, you know, he's pretty young, pretty inexperienced. All right, Tim. I'll stay here and keep a lookout.
Well, no, I need you to do more than that. You get your pistol ready. You spot up in this window. I'm gonna go around the side of the bar. Slim, you take the side by the stairs, and if trouble comes down them stairs or bust over the side, let's take care of it. Make $1, maybe pick up a free tab for the next year. Who knows? Or if things get crazy, you get the fuck out, and me and Slim take care of ourselves.
Slim's the scaredy cat. Your buddy.
And then reverse everything I just
There you
said.
go,
I've been
okay.
drinking a lot.
All right. Okay. So you were gonna go where? Is anybody going outside? Or are you directing everybody inside?
Leaving the scared dude outside in the window to help.
All right. Scared dude is out here at the window on the corner. You were gonna go upstairs, and you wanted your buddy to take the bar. Is that right?
Bottom of the stairs.
Oh, you want him at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Deputy, you are.
Can we
Yes.
can we install a 5-minute pause at 11 o'clock at the halfway point?
Is that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, cool. Like, no mention of my character, but I actually do have to pee pretty bad.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's a
take
creativity, injecting itself into me or what. But
Must be. All right, I'll take the dog around, and we'll resume in 5.
all right, see you on 5.
Doggo. Would you like to go outside? Like to take a quick stroll? Dog. Alright.
Pepper,
Mm-hmm.
have you watched Hell on Wheels?
Mm-mm. What is that?
It's a show on AMC, and it's kind of finished now, but it's like a western, more of the like the Great Race for the railroad.
Hmm.
It's kind of centered around that. Uh, but as soon as he was like, "We're doing this," I was like, "All right, I already got a character's voice in mind that I want to do."
Yep. Yeah, I don't have too much experience with like westerns and stuff. Besides like cartoony stuff.
Okay.
Because it's just really not my cup of tea. But yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Well, you're doing pretty good, to be perfectly honest.
It's so sad because all I can picture is this is how little I have to reference in my brain. I'm just picturing the character from Overwatch, Ash.
Oh,
I'm just imagining her the entire time. So that's sad. But we won't talk about that. Trying to I always like sometimes it's easier for me to focus on things if like I'm like drawing or something. So I'm trying to like kind of draw like my character.
Okay. That's pretty awesome. It's not a bad start.
Just something to keep me focused. I don't know. I always like to like picture what I look like, you know? Like really just paints the scene for me in my brain. So
Yeah. This music is trippier. The background sound is real trippy. And I was like, it's like, am I watching something in the background right now that I don't know about?
I know. It's hella funny because like that cackle especially, I'm like, what the hell is going on? That definitely sounds like it could be James's laugh. Like, I don't even understand. It's so weird. Is it that funny? I'm definitely gonna have to pee like as soon as we start playing again.
Rip.
Every time. I'm like, oh, I don't need to take a break. I'm good. I should take a break. It's just like you can't force some things, you know?
Oh, 100%. I was going to say my other session that I'm with has become quite a. I don't know if it's a comical oddity or if it's just so fun that I kind of find a lot of things comical in it.
Yeah. What's it like? What's it about?
It's a Pathfinder campaign, but it's really open ended. It's not really following anything. It's just kind of set in a world, and so thus far is we come to this new land. It's more like like an undiscovered Scandinavia, I guess, more or less. And so the Pathfinders Guild has sent like a bunch of people over. There's 3 major families that run like basically the major city and then control the only other city outpost. It's like a mining area, and so we kind of started low level stuff. We went and fought some goblins and stuff like that. But now we're to the point where we're trying to go up against the mafia and start a new city.
Damn.
So yeah, it got wild real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, the other game we're in, me and James.
I try
Man.
and watch it as much as I can, but it's usually I'll be like, crap, I forgot they're supposed to be playing today. And then I'll tune in like halfway through and I'm like, well, I'm lost.
It's, I don't know. I definitely feel like we are trying to find how we mesh with each other, you know, because it's just such a new group of players. And it's like, you know, we're falling into the classic thing that every group I'm in seems to fall into, which is like we just get lost and then forget there's a plot and then end up in these non-plot situations that just don't amount to a lot. So I don't know. We're trying. We're trying to do what we can, but yeah. Sometimes it's hard.
Have you had some pretty entertaining moments in it, or is it just kind of
yeah.
pretty? Okay, good.
Definitely entertaining moments, but I don't know, you know, like everybody's super new, so it's like I think they're just trying to figure out how everything works, you know, which is like totally understandable. But hopefully, you know, like I don't know. I always like enjoy it the more like everybody can like really get into their character more. So I'm really hoping that like they'll develop something, you know, the more we play. Because I think it'll just be like so much more of a like cohesive experience at that point. So
No, I agree. I will say that I was really attached to my character in the Humblewood.
yeah, I know. I miss Genra. Like it was really fun playing her. I definitely could have like played up the Bard aspect a lot more, and I think about that all the time.
Oh yeah, Ugla was definitely the character closest to me that I've ever played, so that sucked. But
yeah, I know. It's like it's so fun because like I think about like how we were just playing it, and it was just like we're so in this world, and then like Randy and his Cthulhu craziness, you know, like I wish I'd like just thought about that, you know, at some point, but it was like no way, like we're in this world, this is it, you know. So
yeah, exactly. I made that connection and just seemed too crazy, and just immediately discarded it. So when it all came back around, I'm like, fuck.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
without watching, I don't think I could have ever made that connection. But I will say that I'm super upset that I didn't like. There's so many decisions that I didn't make.
Yep.
Well, realistic. Well, I guess before we left the academy or the college, I guess.
Yeah.
Just at like whenever I got my own personal soul back, I should have asked about so many different things, like
Yeah.
the item that I got. I was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think about it either. It had been a while.
Right. It really had. And it's like for you, like, you know, you weren't even there when we were doing that Call of Cthulhu stuff anyway. So it's like, I totally get how that wouldn't be on your radar. And like, it would just be really hard to like tie it back to that sort of thing. But hindsight, of course, you're like, oh, shit. It's fun though.
Yes. Oh shit. I agree.
He's here. Oh no.
He is
He
here.
caught up.
I've made it. I survived.
Is everybody back?
Is James back?
I'm here.
Okay. So,
Hi here.
I'm
Yay.
Dad. We return upstairs where Deputy Bennett has just been told that there may or may not be somebody outside. What are you up to, Deputy?
I'm gonna, open up the door, kind of peer down the stairs, see if I can see anybody notable. What do I see?
You head outside. Rather, you head towards the door, and you notice that it's slightly ajar, not quite closed. Head up towards it and grab the handle, I suppose, and pull it inward towards yourself and take a look, and there is indeed a just a kind of hard to see figure. It's the sun has fallen. There's a figure in what looks like a black duster and a pretty wide black hat. Can't really see a whole lot of them, but they are out there.
All right. I'm gonna see them and mosey on downstairs towards them. Not super close, but still close enough where we could have a conversation. I'm gonna get next to them so they can see me in their peripheral. And then I'm gonna look down, open my jacket up, take out my smokes, tap them, pull out one,
Mm-hmm.
and then say, "Fancy a smoke?"
The figure, which was apparently very literally pissing into the wind, pulls up its drawers as you approach and, fastens them or whatever it is he needs to do. Kind of just, puts his elbows out onto the banister. Doesn't turn your way, so you really still can't see anything but black hat and black duster with the collar up. You plop down beside, pull out your smokes, pull one out, and fancy smoking. The hat, more or less, just turns towards you. Pass.
Interesting. Not a lot of gentlemen around here don't smoke.
Reckon?
Do I know you from around here?
Nope.
Scratching dog.
Mhm. A dog nearby appears to be scratching its back on the side of the building.
The other one is watching intently.
While another stares on with hunger or malice in its eyes, unknown which is which.
All right. Interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people in this town. Grew up here my whole life. What brings you here? Business? Pleasure? Both?
Passing through.
Huh? Where's your destination?
West.
I mean, you're very far west right now, sir.
Right? More west.
What do you got planned?
Go west.
So you're just a traveling guy
That's right.
heading west.
Traveling guy heading west.
No particular idea what you're gonna do when you get there? You're just trying to get there.
Yep.
I mean, by the sound of that, it sounds like you're running from something.
Or going to something.
Well, yeah, well, I think we would determine that, but I mean, why you're so desperate to get far west?
Didn't say I was desperate.
I mean, it sounds a little desperate.
Do you see me running? Or am I standing?
Well, I did see you just pissing, unfortunately,
Fact.
but I suppose that's my own damn fault for waltzing down here.
I reckon so.
Interesting. So, how long you been in this town?
One night.
One night? You stay at the inn?
Thereabouts.
Do you have family or friends that live here?
Nope.
Just keeping to yourself, huh?
Headed west.
Heading west. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't meet a lot of folk like you around here. Most people come through for business or, I mean, surely there's others like you that are heading further out west, but usually it's for business or something. Sightseeing, I don't know.
Funny thing
Not a lot
about
of stuff to see.
funny thing about business. Usually people mind their own.
Well, that might be true, but you know, consider I'm the deputy around here. Your business is my business.
I suppose.
Yeah, I do suppose too. Interesting. Well, hope you don't mind a little bit of company, because I'm gonna stand here and have my smoke, and then might head back inside for another drink.
Okay.
Is there anything like noticeable about him now that I can actually see him, or is he still like
You still
pretty
can't
much
see him. You're 2 feet from him. You still really can't see him.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna
Like
is he facing the building?
No, he's facing out at the corner of the top of the stair where the 2 rails meet. He's facing directly out, away from anything and everything.
I'm gonna try to like move around him to kind of like.
There is no around him. That's what I mean by the corner.
That's okay. Yeah. What if I get if I go back up the stairs and look down? Can I see him more?
You're at the top of the stairs now.
Oh, so I haven't even. I thought I was like right next to him.
You are. He's on the top of the stairs.
Oh.
So there's
Ah.
like the exterior. There's a 10-foot wooden walkway and then a downstairs. He is at the corner up at the top of that 10-foot walkway.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna start smoking my cigarette, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna say say, do you know anything about the church up the street? I know you said you just got here, gonna be here one night, not from around here, but I'm trying to get a little bit of a insight on some going ons around here.
Church.
Know anything about that church or the preacher?
Don't go to church.
What do you like to do for fun then?
Go west.
You're a tough one, aren't you?
Nope.
Kind of seems like it. Not much of a talker.
Sounds like a you problem.
I mean, yeah, we established that much, I suppose. I don't know. It seems like you're trying to be a little bit difficult with me.
Seems like you're being a little bit difficult. I was just trying to piss.
I mean, if you're pissing from up here, it seems kind of like a shitty idea.
Why? Ain't nobody
I
below
mean,
me.
you don't know.
I can
Somebody
look.
could just waltz down there. If you're just looking out, staring out west,
Oh,
gonna be fun.
they're gonna walk under some stairs.
Eh, people aren't that smart when they're drunk.
Sounds like they deserve to get pissed on.
Perhaps you can look at it like that. All right. Well, obviously you're not much of a thinker or talker, so I'm gonna let you be out here on your lonesome.
Mighty
But
kind of you.
if you need anything, I suppose I'll be inside for a bit. I can show you around the town if you need to find anything in particular while you're
Oh.
staying here.
Well, I don't recommend you go back inside.
Now, what would that be?
Oh, there seems to be some sort of scuffle.
There's a scuffle inside?
Well, yeah. Can't you hear it?
Do I hear a scuffle?
Yep, you do.
Hmm.
Sounds like a fist fight might have broken out in the tavern.
Now, why would they be scuffling in there?
Couldn't
Everything
say.
seemed fine.
You know what? Perhaps I was wrong. You are the law, after all. Better go check it out.
You know what? You're not wrong about that. I am the law, but I mean, bar fights. Bartender can take care of that, can't he?
Oh, he could, if not for the bounty hunter in town.
Bounty hunter, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about that bounty hunter?
Ain't from round here.
And how would you know that?
Comes from far to the east.
And how do you know anything about where he's been?
Well, he has been following me for quite a while, and I'm still trying to head west.
So what you're saying to me now is he's been after you.
I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, what would a bounty hunter follow anybody for?
You know, somewhere deep inside all the scum and villainy, bounty hunters are just people.
Sure. Aren't we all?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You're not a people?
I didn't say I wasn't. I just said we ain't all.
What other than people are there?
Well, mayhaps you ought to head inside. Mayhaps you'll find out.
I get the strong suspicion that you just want me to go back inside because you don't want to deal with me anymore.
Let me tell you, that would be a benefit.
I mean, you're not the nicest person I ever met either. I don't particularly like dealing with you, but
Ain't trying to be.
here we are.
You might say I'm being purposefully prickly.
I mean, that is stating the obvious, isn't it, sir?
Well, sometimes you got to state the obvious for people who need it.
All right. Interesting. Give me your name.
Nope.
What is your name, sir?
I'll pass.
All right. Well, if you're going to be obstinate with me, I'm going to be obstinate with you.
It's a free country. You do as you please.
I'm going to lean on the banister.
Okay. He reaches into his duster, and you hear the sound of a match, and suddenly there's smoke rising from the underneath the brim of the hat. Inside, holy man, you made it to the top of the stairs, and you saw Sweet Susie, most pretty woman in town, looking kind of like if she done seen a ghost. James, are you still present?
Susie, are you all right?
Oh, holy man. Well, I know you're a man of the cloth and whatnot, but you know that I have visions.
I have had them too. Please continue.
Um, well, I saw that stranger downstairs, and I just can't shake the feeling something's wrong.
I can understand. He may be an umpire.
Ooh, a what?
Umpire. Drain the blood of people that they're after.
Is that like a vampire?
Uh, yes, but it's usually a particularly nasty sinner who's been excommunicated from the church.
Oh, a sinning vampire. Oh, I knew my visions weren't wrong. Oh, I can't. Will you make him go away, preacher man?
I will try to compel him.
Oh, yeah. That seems good. I seen the play once where the preacher man was like the power of Christ, and the vampire he was on fire and he burned and he ran away.
This may be fiction, but I will try.
I do so very much appreciate it. Well, I don't rightly know what to do. Do they have the weird hoodoo powers like in the play? Can they hypnotize you with their eyes and shoot fireballs out their asshole or something?
No. They bring about droughts and sickness.
Oh, I guess that's more of a long-term problem. What should I do?
I go ahead and stay in your room. I'm going to keep an eye out and make sure he is not coming up here.
Okay. You turn around and you see Two-Finger Tim making his way to the top of the stairs. Not two-finger, two-handed. Two-fisted? What'd I call you? Two Hands Timmy. That's what it was.
Timmy Two Hands.
Timmy Two Hands. That's what it was. I knew I had close. Timmy Two Hands headed up to the top of the stairs. As Sweet Susie looks to be kind of hurrying towards her bedroom.
Timmy, did you enjoy the sermon this last Sunday?
What? I haven't been awake for a sermon in fucking years. I mean, yeah, it was great.
Good.
It's about like being nice to people and shit, right? Yeah, I try to do that.
Exactly. Now, I believe there's an umpire here.
Oh, there's a what?
Bloodsucker.
He's talking about mosquitoes, Timmy. Mosquitoes.
Bugs?
It used to be a witch or someone who's been excommunicated from the church.
A witch, okay. I mean, I knew you religious folks are kooky, but I don't think there's any fucking witches in our bar. Now, you need to shut the fuck up for a second, because I just saw a man with a real shiny dagger and gun go walking through that door, and he didn't look real nice. I've been in this town 47 years, and I've seen a couple things. And every damn time somebody walks into this bar with a shiny gun, shiny knives, and showing off in a real jet black outfit and doesn't have a badge on their coat, shit happens. So this time, I'm ready. Got my boy out back, got my boy down there. Gonna save the day, get a nice bar tab for life, we'll be set. You just try and keep your head down unless you got a 6-shooter on you. English. I speak English.
All right, that is fine.
Yeah. You're a decent sized dude. You want to help out? Go hide in one of them doors And if you hear things getting crazy, swing it open real quick and hit whoever's outside in the face.
I can do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so the holy man.
Goes and hides in a room next door and closes the door almost all the way except for a small little crack.
Okay, Timmy, where are you headed? You gonna go outside, or are you hanging out? Is it like a trap up here?
I'm just hanging out at the top of the stairs looking for me a prostitute.
All right. Well, that stranger you saw walk in and tried to hustle comes walking up the stairs.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Yep, you're looking for some tail? Shit, you gotta think about it that long, you might as well need it. Go right down there and talk to that lady, Susie.
All right. Thank you, partner.
Yeah, man.
And I just ignore it and I just walk right past them.
Okay. Are you headed for the door he told you about, or where are you going?
I'm just looking around. I'm just going up there because the information that he was given was basically that somebody fits that description. They're probably upstairs, so I'm
Yep.
gonna look upstairs.
Okay. How hard do you want to look? You want to look with your eyes or with your nose?
What do you mean with my nose?
I asked you a question.
Oh, well, I'm gonna look with my nose.
Roll the +2 for me. You know, your nose must be on the fritz. You can smell people all around you, especially this drunk right next to you. You can smell the pretty lady over in the room over yonder, and you can definitely smell that holy man, and you might as well feel his burning gaze trying to stare holes into you right now. But you know, you don't think you smell anybody else. There's just too many people around. Too much hot blood.
Okay.
But you
There's too many-
you do notice that the far door, the door to the outside, is slightly ajar.
So it's not a door; it's a jar.
Correct.
I'm gonna walk slowly through there, just specifically to kind of if I feel his eyes gazing upon me whenever I get to the door, I want to just shut it. I want to just forcibly shut it really hard.
This is not the door with the holy man. This is the door to the outside.
Are they in opposite directions?
They are in perpendicular directions. The door to the outside is like in front of you. The door to the holy man is to the right.
Okay, well I ignore that then. Then I just go. I'm gonna kind of check each door as I go there, or unless it's just straight down the hallway and there's no doors there, then I go straight out.
So there's like a series of doors to your right, which is where all of like the in rooms are, and then there's one door directly in front of you that leads outside.
I want to see if, like, as I walk by, I'm just gonna try and see if any of them are cracked or anything like that.
They're,
If they
they're definitely all open. And when you go to look like purposefully, you see a face behind each of the open doors, except for the one that leads outside. But like you look to the right, you see the pretty dancing girl behind, her eye through one of the cracks. And you look slightly to the left of that, there's the holy man's eye trying to stare holes into you.
Okay, well I'm just gonna go outside then. If I can see that there's people already there, then
Okay. Timmy or Holy Man, are you doing anything?
Hanging out, see what happens.
No,
Sorry, what was that, James?
not taking any action.
Okay. The stranger heads for the exterior door and pulls it open. Down below in the saloon proper, it looks like old Willie has been cheating at cards as usual, and has convinced his younger nephew, and by younger nephew I mean in his 40s as opposed to 68 or so like old Willie, to defend his honor and has now rightly punched Bobby Lou right in the mouth. And from the scuffle, you're pretty sure there's a brawl about to start. Stranger, bounty hunter, you open the door up and you spot that law woman you saw earlier, and a tall black duster, black hat figure, just kind of chilling against the guardrail here on the top of the stairs.
Do I know anything about the guy with that's dressing all black with the duster?
The only thing you really know about him is that you can't smell him, and that's not supposed to happen.
Okay.
You smell the woman. She smells pretty normal. A little hot-blooded. You can tell she's probably a little ornery, maybe a little agitated. But you're not even, if you didn't see him with your eyes, you wouldn't even think that the black figure was there.
Do I know that she's a law woman?
Yeah, you saw her earlier back down at the bar with the preacher man. She's got a deputy's star.
I just kind of walk up there. Deputy? Man cause you any trouble?
Deputy Bennett, another stranger has just walked into the area, and you saw him very briefly earlier, but had left the room before he had a chance to cross it. But you know that he also is definitely not from here.
My oh my, this night is getting more interesting as it goes by. Another complete stranger to this town. And who might you be, sir? Taking an awful long time to answer my questions. That's who you might be.
Henry.
Bounty Hunter Henry.
Henry?
Henry.
Yeah.
What's your last name there, Henry?
None of you fucking business.
Henry, none ya fucking business. Got it.
Listen, Henry, none of your fucking business. Now, I'm a lady of class and politeness, and I don't go around calling strangers by their first names when they ain't my friends. So how about you change your fucking attitude and give me some kind of eloquent last name to go with that Henry first name of yours?
Okay, Winchester.
All right, Mr. Winchester. Nice to meet you. Deputy Bennett?
Call me Henry.
I'm going to keep calling you Mr. Winchester until I figure out if I like you or not. In which case, I might be calling you Henry or might be calling you nothing. So, what business do you have here in this town, Mr. Winchester?
I'd like to actually discuss that with you later. Right now, kind of inquiring about this man right here.
Oh, yes, my friend who's a very mysterious but determined individual to get to the far west.
I see. So that's what he's told you. Okay.
Say, do you happen to be tailing this gentleman over here? You've certainly given him that impression.
I'm not 100% on that, but I believe he could be. And that's why I'm trying to verify.
I'm still standing next to this other guy, right? You can hear this entire conversation.
Oh yeah, he can.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give out too much information, but I was going to say at this point, I'm already kind of reaching for my sidearm or whatever
Sure,
I'm carrying.
You're making a slow movement for the sidearm. The dark cloak figure calls out in what Pepper will know to be a completely different accent. He goes, "Can't smell me anymore, can you?"
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Y'all are really giving me a run for my money tonight.
Ma'am,
Might have my most eventful night on the job right here.
ma'am, I warned you that some of us weren't the same. I think you ought to protect your people from that creature right there.
I'm doing all I can to protect my people as I stand here with y'all right now.
I ain't hurt
Y'all are
nobody.
suspicious as hell.
I ain't hurt nobody.
No, but you sure as hell
Yeah.
don't have a lot of details. And now you got a different accent. I don't know what the hell to believe.
Yet until you just go on arbitrarily starting to kill folk.
I ain't killed no humans.
Says you.
Humans.
You heard me, ma'am.
Are we talking about something extraterrestrial here?
Well,
The priest is pulling out his cross and trying to sneakily walk out from his door
okay.
to clobber the vampire on the back of the head.
All right. The priest
The-
has pulled his large silver cross, his only true holy relic from the homeland, and is attempting to sneak outside. Now, Henry, you 100% smell the preacher coming up behind you
With the pizza.
with the pizza.
Where's the pizza?
So you smell the preacher getting closer long before he even makes it to the door.
How many sidearms do I have? One or two?
Well, you got 2 guns and your hands, which could impale a man without too much effort, and if you really had to, you could bite a man to death.
Since I smell him, I want to put. So without saying it too much, if the door's right here and then the stairwell's right here,
Yeah.
I kind of came out right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself to where whenever he comes out, I can still keep a visual on everybody else.
So you're gonna like you'll cross to the other side of the walkway, like up here. Like here, I'll just draw this because it makes it a lot more sense. So there's a top of the stairs that is right here, and I'm shifting the door over because it doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of the drawing. But
Okay.
So Pepper's here. You're gonna shift over to basically here, and then the preacher is on the other side of the door at the moment. We've got our black cloaked figure leaning into the corner here.
Okay, so realistically, I would probably be right against the door
Okay.
since I know he's coming.
Yeah.
So when he goes to come out the door, I'm right there. I go ahead and I pull out one sidearm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't point at anybody, but I look like I'm just pointing it kind of towards the side.
All right.
Nonchalantly, like not really pointing at anybody in a threatening manner. I just have it to the side just in case. Because obviously I have more information than they do, but I'm going to point it kind of right there where the door's at.
Okay.
And then I want to put my hand on the other one.
Alrighty. So the conversation continued to that point. Deputy Bennett, are you you've been kind of leaning on the banister or on the top of that rail facing outward like the figure has, but as this new feller's come up, would you have turned around? Or are you still facing out and now he's effectively behind you?
Yeah, I think he would so I would be facing the bounty hunter.
So now you turn around, maybe you got your
Yeah,
elbows
exactly.
up and
That's
you
So I
can
can
see
still
both
see
of
the other
them.
guy kind of out
Yeah.
of my peripherals, but like I'm definitely facing more towards Henry.
Okay.
So.
So you will also see the door kind of creep open as holy man, you got your cross out. The door's maybe half shut, and as you approach, you can see Deputy Bennett, some sort of spooky dark figure that also sets your fucking like holy senses ablaze. But you don't see the Upir, because he's technically around a hard corner at the moment. James.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Some first push to talk isn't quite going. You know what? The priest is just going to. Has anyone noticed him yet?
None. Well, the two people you can see are not looking at you.
Then very quietly try to make his way onto the that patio.
Okay. Timmy. Everybody's leaving. What are you up to?
I don't know where the hell's he going. That old coot's gonna get himself killed. God damn it. Priest, go out there.
You come creeping up behind him, trying to dissuade him from his dangerous course of actions. Holy man, you slowly pull the door, and there is the suspected Upir standing in the corner, looking right at you.
I knew we would meet like this.
I suggest you go back inside.
Why are you here?
Taking care of an issue. Has nothing to do with you. Go on your way.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
I do not believe you. Here to spread pestilence, famine like yours.
I'm not here to spread anything. You step out here, I'll blow your fucking head off.
I can hear this.
Oh yeah.
You hear two guns cocked from the other side of the door as soon as you say that.
Let's see. Upir, you definitely, or the bounty hunter, you definitely hear this. You hear the sound of two pistols cocking from out of view, but definitely on the interior of the second floor. Probably that dude with two pistols that you walked past, who was asking if you were trying to get laid. Bennett, you hear, just barely you can make out the conversation between the holy man and the stranger. The pistols cocking is probably a little too far away for you to hear. But you do hear kind of a, it's lower, but it's not a whisper, but you hear him. I warned you.
You know, there's a lot going on right now that I would love to know answers to. So, how's about we mosey on inside into a nice private room where we can talk about this like adults?
You saying this to the gathering?
Yeah,
I see.
I'm gonna have to incline that we push this inside. If y'all know it's good for you.
The cloaked figure doesn't move. What about you, bounty hunter?
I'm gonna say, how about you step down the steps so you're not in the way?
What about you, holy
Nothing
man?
gets you. And
I'm not moving. I'm
All right.
lots tighter.
Holy man's got a tightening grip on a silver cross. Bounty hunter has warned Bennett to basically extricate herself from the situation. What are you doing, Timmy?
Listening with that peculiar drunk's ear for a sign of trouble, but keeping them guns drawn and fixed on the door in the direction of that voice you just heard.
You know, that's always been something good about you, Timmy Two Hands. Anytime you put the beer down and you put both of them guns in your hands, doesn't seem like the beer ever mattered.
The guns just take care of themselves.
They really do. What are you doing, Bennett?
I'm gonna all right, give me a second. I'm gonna very quickly pull out my pistol.
Okay.
What they don't know is that I am the fastest hand in the land.
Of course.
I am a force not to be fucked with
Mm-hmm.
and to be reckoned with.
Where do you point this pistol?
I'm gonna have it pointed up, not pointing it at any particular party, but I'm gonna look around and say, I'm gonna warn y'all one fucking time. Now, if you want to make this serious, I'm all game. You don't really know what you're messing with, all right?
Timmy,
Now, you might...
Timmy and the Holy Man, you absolutely know what they're messing with.
Y'all might think you can size me up because I'm just some damn nosy deputy woman who thinks she knows how to wield a gun. But let me inform you right now, you have made a very poor judgment of my abilities. Now, can we take this inside? Or do you want to get rough and tumbling out here? Because I'll throw your asses over this staircase real fast, and you'll be dead before you hit the ground. I'll make sure of it.
Hearing that, I'm going to step forward, kick the door open with my foot, mosey on out one step, and just say, how about y'all listen to the deputy there and put your damn guns down?
To do so, you're going to have to, like, sidle past the priest.
And I'm going to, as soon as I open the door, I'm going to, like, just move him down with my weapon.
All right. So Timmy kind of inches past you, priest.
No, I'm gonna over the top of him. I'm just gonna get him to sit down with my gun.
You're talking about the priest?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just putting my gun just on top of his back and just pushing down a little bit till he just sits down.
All right. Yeah. Never mind. So
While keeping the one on my right trained on the dude who's been doing the
so
talking.
the priest isn't outside yet. There's a wall between you and the rest of the people aside from the priest.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So like the door.
I thought he'd stepped through onto the balcony.
No, he's opened the door. He's opened the door, and now he and the stranger are just staring at each other around this corner.
Oh shit! I thought I was behind him.
You're behind the priest, but not outside. So the door is here and now open.
I'll just step past him. That's the only way this makes any sense.
Okay. So Timmy steps out, points his two pistols at the stranger and the priest.
Not the priest. I'm just pushing him to the side.
Okay.
And just pointing him at the stranger and
the other stranger,
fella in the corner that I spotted earlier.
All right.
Yeah.
Steps outside.
Because I know the deputy. This is my chance to get in tight with her and make a little money.
True. So he steps outside, points a pair of pistols at the two strangers, says what he said. Why don't y'all listen to the lady? Deputy Bennett, you know that Timmy Two Hands is when he's not trashed, he is right deadly when both of those guns are in his hands. Seems like he can't aim if he loses one, but when he's got both, he is probably only second to you in killing power here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Man, you just got kind of roughly shoved aside. How are you feeling?
Someone's going, yeah, probably a little. He's still clutching that cross, but he's in the back now, letting somebody else be a meat shield for a bullet.
Okay. Bounty Hunter, you got yet another pistol. Well, one pistol now actually pointed at you, and the deputy has drawn hers, but hasn't decided to point it yet. What are you up to?
Well, now it would, I can't do that now because it would sound like I'm metagaming. But I was going to say, as soon as he walked through the door, I was going to disarm him, but never mind to that.
I mean, you know that you're not real concerned about the those guns and what's inside of them. You know they're not made of the kind of stuff that they need to kill you.
Okay. Okay.
That cross, however, that would be a problem.
Okay.
Did you burp?
I say to Timmy, I don't even know if I know his name or
You
not.
don't.
Sir, I suggest you tell the priest to be on his way, and we can resolve this. I think.
You got business with that priest?
Nope, but he needs to be on his way.
Well, then why is he so interested in you?
Maybe he's interested in another fella that I'm interested in.
Well, hell, why doesn't he just step on outside and we can talk this out like gentlemen?
Because I told him if he stepped out here, I'd blow his fucking head off.
Well, now, why would you do that to a man of the cloth?
Because he is a Moonpier.
He's a what?
Bounty hunter. Now you know he knows, and things are getting real dicey.
Did I hear you say umpire?
Umpire?
That's correct.
Yeah, I
He
officiate
is-
ball games.
There's good money in that, but it's mighty annoying.
He brings pestilence and misfortune everywhere. His kin was excommunicated from the church, and he is the bloodline of a witch. He must be
I
purged
don't
from
believe
this.
any of that. How about you just all get the hell out of our town and let me keep drinking?
I'm fine with that.
That too.
I
There
just
we go.
want.
Look at
I
that.
just want the other man. That's all I
Well,
want.
he's a stranger, you're a stranger. How about y'all step outside of city limits and you do what you need to do? What
How
you say,
about-
deputy? You got the final word.
Now, Timmy, sometimes I don't agree with you and your methods, but right now I do think you have the best idea for these sons of bitches.
They can resolve their bullshit somewhere else.
Y'all have two options. You can take it out of the damn town, or
Deputy and Holy Man. Deputy, make me a normal roll. Holy Man, make me a -1. All right. Holy Man, you feel the influence of evil try to take hold of your mind, but you got a strong grip on your cross and a strong grip on your faith, and you just shake it off. However, Deputy, you're looking over at the rest of them, but you feel the cloaked figure's hand kind of brush yours and the gun in your hand, and you know that the bullets inside were made for killing monsters like this stranger.
yep.
Which stranger?
You.
Okay.
Bounty hunter, Umpir, Henry, you smell the that foul, kind of acrid scent of witchcraft, and you know that your mark over there just did something, and it probably ain't gonna end well for you.
I say to Tim, the man with two guns. I say to him, let's walk inside with the priest.
Deputy?
And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start slowly moving towards the inside to kind of put myself in between.
Keep your hands up when you walk in. I got men on the outside and inside.
Deputy, what are you up to?
I can feel this influence coming over me, and I'm internally trying to fight it.
Okay.
Um, I'm a lawful person on the outside. I like to keep a very strict profile amongst the community, but I'm definitely no stranger to this darker witch magic that I'm feeling. Um, so it's not surprising. It's just frustrating. I'm definitely struggling.
The deputy's
Hmm.
pistol is slowly lowering itself towards the bounty hunter. Looks like the pistol is lowering itself rather than the deputy's hand. Now, of course, the deputy's hand goes with it, but the pressure is coming from a different direction.
Now, Deputy, you picking a winner here?
I wouldn't say I'm picking anything, to be
Why?
honest.
You pointing your gun at this man.
I think perhaps it's the gun pointing itself. Because it sure ain't me.
What? You hear that, holy man? Maybe they are witches. Pointing itself? What kind of bullshit is that?
As the vampire tries to walk to the door, I'm gonna take my swing.
Okay. The vampire attempting to impose himself to get himself a little body shield between Timmy and the bad guy. The holy man is going to swing forward with his silver cross. Go ahead and roll normal for me, holy man. Oof.
Oh.
Why don't you make an opposed normal roll there, bounty hunter?
Okay.
See if you can get 3 4s. He didn't.
No.
Yeah. The silver cross comes. You look back, having smelled that scent of witchcraft, and the holy man took his shot. Boom! You have this just agonizing burning in your upper left shoulder, as the holy silver cross buries deep through the spiked bottom. This is a problem for you. So long as it's here, most of your specialness doesn't work anymore.
Okay. Does that I don't know what all my specialness includes, but I would assume it probably includes some type of strength. So I'm gonna guess I'm weakened.
You are basically human, so long as you are
Okay.
stabbed by the silver cross.
I just I kind of what kind of holy man are you?
You do anything, or you just yell and stand there?
I want to try and because he's from the back, I want to try and grab him and flip him.
So you're gonna try and reach over and pull him forward.
Yep.
All right.
Because his weight is already coming towards me and all
push
that.
it in.
As soon as that scuffle starts, I'm trying to shoot the stranger in the leg.
Okay. Why don't all of you roll? All 3 of you, not the other 2 yet. Roll me 1d4 for initiative. All right. Impaled by the silver cross, you're feeling awful sluggish. We'll say the holy man took his turn doing the stabbing. So, Timmy Two Hands, you can act as well.
Just completely reactionary. When I see the holy man jump him and them start scuffling, I'm shooting that guy in the leg.
All right. You gonna shoot him once or twice?
I'll just take one right straight down and keep the other one out on the stranger over there.
Roll me a +1. That's it. You put a round down into his calf as he looks to be struggling to try and round on the preacher. You feel the bullet enter into your calf, and at first you'd be fine with it, and your natural fortitude would basically just push it out, but you're stuck. You've been spiked, and you feel that preternatural strength kind of start to drain out of you. You're up, the bounty hunter. You still gonna try and flip him?
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I gotta get this spike out of me.
Yep. Roll me a normal. You don't have your pluses because you done been spiked. Oh shit.
Oh, snap.
Oh, somebody's getting thrown.
Yeah.
I throw him at.
He pulls the last of his fading super strength all into his arms, reaches behind him, grabs the preacher's hand, and fucking like old school Street Fighter tosses him. Just makes that motion, and the preacher literally launches forward.
Hadouken.
Can I at least attempt a defense roll?
Nope.
Okay.
Not with the full crit. Nah, not a chance. Most of
I was mostly going to see if I crit as well.
most of the actions in the simple system are just do you succeed rather than can you defend or anything like that. It's more it's a go forward kind of do stuff and then do stuff, some more. So you go flying forward, wrenching the silver cross from his back as you go, because it's more important to you to keep a handle on that than it is to keep it in him, in your training against these sort of things. So you wrench that out, and of course that'll hurt, and he'll bleed. He'll still be weakened, having been spiked, but not as weak as he was while it was in him. But yeah, you are flying forward. Timmy. Actually, now with the crit, he comes barreling through you. I will let you either try and stop him and accept the consequences, or duck.
I'm ducking out of the way. I see a
All right.
body flying at me
So
after somebody shot.
You see him fucking just reach back, scrunch up his face, and his teeth look weird. And he just throws this man. And you just kind of duck to the side, sidestep him over to here, and
I'm taking my gun off the dude out on the balcony and put them both on the dude who just threw a guy at me that I shot.
You are. But Deputy Bennett, there is a preacher's body flying right at you. I will give you the same options. You can try and stop him and accept the consequences, or you can try and dodge.
I'm dodging.
All right. Deputy Bennett also sidesteps. And the preacher man just slams into the dark cloaked figure. The dark cloaked figure barely moves. He just kind of like preacher. It's kind of like you slammed into a rippling wall of steel. Like the cloak billows, but then you just stop flat and hit the ground. You are dazed, and you got a couple of cracked ribs. Deputy Bennett,
Okay.
you just sidestepped. What are you up to?
I'm gonna. I'm hoping that once the preacher hits the guy in the guy next to me, the black cloaked guy, I don't know, that it will be like a split second that I can take my shot, and I'm gonna try to shoot the Henry guy.
You're gonna shoot the bounty hunter.
Yep.
Okay. Make a give me a +1 roll.
Okay.
Success, just barely. You put a shot into his, like, the side of his torso, and which is disappointing to you because you're pretty sure you should have shot him in the heart. You are exceptionally fast and a good aim, but he moved somehow, and it fires into the gut, and you can see the like the physical impact. His body kind of crumbles a little around it, but not nearly as much as it ought to. And with your long arm there, it should have penetrated out the back too. You fire a pretty high caliber bullet, and it did not burst out the back in a spray of bloody gore like it ought to. Bounty hunter. All right, hold on. Holy man, you are dazed with some cracked ribs, and you think you just hit a wall. What are you doing?
Well, probably rolling over, groaning, and looking up.
You roll over and you groan and you look up and you see how would the holy man describe this? You see the devil. You see the devil looking down at you. It's got a big black hat on and its collar raises up real high. But looking down upon you is a face that's a little too tall, a little too angular down at the chin, and those eyes are just smoldering, and you can't picture anything else. This is him. This is it. That's him right there.
Beelzebub.
Are you family of the Umpire?
No, preacher man. I don't need undeath to keep myself headed out west. Would you like to see your father tonight?
My father in heaven.
Hallowed be his name.
Come, thy will be done.
He reaches down and he helps you up from using the other hand. You know, he carefully avoids the silver cross wielding hand, and he picks you up with far too strong. Really, just lifts you off the ground without your assistance. And you can when he lets your hand go, you're holding another cross. This one's not silver.
What's it made of?
Seems like a black, rough kind of metal. And, for good and thematic reasoning, you're not holding it right side up like you are the silver one. You're holding it upside down.
Oh, jeez.
Good luck, preacher man. And he just kind of saunters down the stairs.
I yell over my shoulder, Johnny, don't let that guy finish the stairs.
All right. Johnny, the scaredy cat guy.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he starts to head off. Now we'll go back. Timmy. You got both your weapons trained on the stranger. You already put a bullet in one of them, in a leg, and looks like the law woman put a bullet in his gut, but he don't seem to care too much. Maybe it's the adrenaline.
Yeah, I'm watching this other dude interact with the preacher, start walking down the stairs. You hold up just a damn minute. I want to know what y'all are.
He's still walking.
I just say softly, no, you don't.
You gonna go after him?
You're in my way.
No, I'm not. Go get him. He's walking down the stairs.
So are you passing your turn and you're gonna let him by if he goes?
Yeah, I want to see what the hell they're about.
All right. Henry.
So at this point, I'm going to ask a few questions.
Sure.
One, would I continue after him in the shape that I'm in?
As long as you don't get hit with that cross again, you'll heal up pretty quick.
Well, I'm also still worried about the sheriff because,
The sheriff and the preacher are still in your way and looking very dangerous, especially the preacher. You see that your mark has given him something very nasty, and he's put it in. Now he's got a holy weapon and an unholy weapon, and he's looking in approximately your direction.
Am I still in pain?
It'll be your turn next. Just a sec.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I can't give chase. The other two are they obviously have it in for me. I can't go after this man. So I'm gonna ease back in, away from everybody to create a little bit of distance.
You head back inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
kind of
I-
head back down the hallway, just kind of swat way. Maybe I can take a different angle. So maybe I can meet him outside. Like I can go back to the bar
Uh,
rather than try and go through these two.
you could just hop the stairs, just like jump to the ground. It would definitely be a dangerous and painful action for a normal person, but wouldn't bother you none. Just an option. You could definitely do this too.
No, I'm gonna elect for the safer option just because of the holy and unholy weapon plus the deputy with her gun that
Alright.
seems to have some witchery with it.
But you want to head outside, so you're gonna try and meet him outside. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So he
Where the hell are you going?
with some some little unnatural on the speed, he kind of fades back into the building, and then you hear him, like you hear the sound of his duster as he clears the guardrail and jumps down to the lower floor of the saloon.
Run back inside and look over at Slim.
Timmy starts to run back inside. Bennett, the dark figure seems to have helped the holy man to his feet and given him something. Looks just looks like another cross to you. But now he's walking away. Or he's
What about Henry?
And then you saw Henry dash inside and Timmy start to chase him in that direction.
All right. I'm gonna look at the dark guy and I'm just gonna be like, "Do you want to start telling me what the hell is going on here?"
Nope.
And you're just gonna keep using your goddamn magic on me?
I ain't got no magic, ma'am. I'm just a man trying to head west down these stairs.
Absolute bullshit. I'm gonna follow him.
All right. Are you catching up to him, or you're following like at the same pace that he's descending?
Same pace.
All right. So he's got a couple of steps on you, but you're following him down the stairs. A young man that you, deputy, know as a skinny Jim. Kind of like steps out around the corner. He's got an old, probably rusty, probably likely to misfire pistol in his hand, and he's got both hands on it, and he's pointing just kind of in the general direction of the stairs. Hold it! Hold it!
Jimmy, put your goddamn pistol down. This ain't no place for fucking newbies like your ass. You don't know what the hell you're doing with that firearm.
Holy man, you stand up. You feel fine.
What? Oh, all right, man. That was a good throw. Ah. Ooh. It's time to go deal with him.
What do you do?
Jump off the balcony to the ground below to
All right.
try to catch him before he gets out there.
Okay. Holy man, cross in each hand, up and over the side rail, and lands with a pretty sickening crunch. For those of you still on the outside, so Timmy at the door, Bennett on the stairs, you hear what sounds like a brittle old man's bones breaking, and then holy man, you stand up like nothing happened. You gonna try and head for the stairs, or where do you want to go?
Gonna wait out front.
All right, you start a kind of a hustle, like as your broken leg bones are repairing themselves. You stagger, you walk, and then you start a good jog towards the front of the building.
Okay.
Inside, we've got our other assistant, coming down the steps because he had started to come upstairs, having not seen Timmy for a while. He was on his way up, so he starts coming back downstairs, sees Bounty Hunter vault the landing, and he pulls out his gun. Hey there, stranger, you stop. What do you do?
I'm gonna shout to him, "Come with me," and just kind of see what his reaction is as I continue to sprint. Like I'm not gonna stop. Clearly,
Yeah, obviously. All right, so you continue to make for the door. He gives chase because he didn't really have any other instructions. Timmy, you come up to the side rail there, and you spot him having hit the ground and already a decent distance from you. And looks like your other helper. What was his name? There was Skinny Jim and
Johnny and Slim.
Slim something. Slim.
It was Slim and Johnny, right?
Is it Johnny? Oh yeah,
Yeah, Johnny was the dude outside.
Oh right, yes. So yeah, the Slim. Slim is giving chase. He's got his pistol leveled at him, but he hadn't like fired a shot, and he's kind of like jogging after him, and he looks at you.
Slim.
What do I do, Tim?
Drop it. They're crazy.
Crazy! Oh shit! And he fucking puts his gun away and like just turns and runs for the kitchen.
Yeah, grab a beer. And then I'm gonna jump back outside.
Okay, you head back out. You going somewhere?
I'm just gonna try and survey the scene.
Right.
I heard the holy man fall off the side of this thing and break his legs a second ago.
Did. So you step outside, step up to the rail. Holy man is progressing from jog to sprint a good distance. If you heard some legs break, then you must have imagined it.
Very confused, and I'm gonna look over at the stairs. Is everybody heading down the stairs?
Yeah, the two of them are walking, not hurried, but at like a determined pace down the steps.
I'm just gonna trail them with my guns drawn.
All right, good 10 feet behind. Timmy also heads for the stairs.
Question.
Yep.
As I'm running, do I notice or anything like that as far as what the priest is doing?
So there are two windows on this side. So I'd say as you run, you get a very brief glimpse that it looks like your mark and the deputy are probably walking down the stairs, and you think you see the holy man flash by the window going at about the same speed as you.
Okay.
All right. Shadow Man continues his just, uncaring saunter down the stairs. Bennett, what are you doing?
Still following.
Okay. Also headed slowly down the steps. We'll advance Timmy to the top of the stairs. Priest and Bounty Hunter. Jimmy fucking hightailed it. You guys scared, you scared the shit out of him. He's gone.
If the deputy told him off like that, I'm sure he's out of there.
Yeah. Priest and Bounty Hunter, you hit the front of the building at the same time. You burst out of the Batwing doors. You come, sprinting around the corner. Priest, you both, you do that fucking movie. Oh shit! You see each other.
I'm going for him.
Okay, the priest is holding what appears to be a different cross, like his silver cross, which is already scary, and this other black cross, and he's running at you with both of them, Bounty Hunter.
I'm just gonna aim and shoot him straight in the head.
All right. Why don't you both roll me a normal roll? Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! And I missed.
Not only do you miss, that was a double fail. Your gun jams. You're gonna have to actively reload if you want to fire it again. Now you still got weapons available to you in your body. Preacher, he levels the gun at you, and you feel that there's something you could do about this. Like these two crosses, they feel strong. You feel the power, and and you now would be a good time to use it if you'd like to not get shot. Which one do you use?
I'm gonna use the holy one.
All right. He reaches forward with his right hand, his his primary hand, and you see the silver cross glow a little, and then as you go to pull the trigger, the gun jams. What do you want to do now, both of you? I imagine the preacher's running at you to give you a good stabbing. What are you doing, holy man, or not holy man, bounty hunter?
Well, since my gun jammed, I'm have I healed yet or no?
Yeah, you're feeling mostly fine.
Missiles are jammed, switching to guns. Is that this moment?
Hmm. Seeing that he has the holy symbol, and I don't want to have to deal with that, I guess I'm either gonna try and hurdle him or take off. I'm just gonna avoid him. I'm gonna try and take off
You try and
around.
bolt.
Yeah.
All right. Holy man, he has you felt that you jammed his gun, so you know that that's out of the equation for a little while. Looks like he's turning tail and running.
I'm going full after him.
All right. You can feel that the strength of your two weapons is basically putting you about on par with him at the moment. You're as fast as he is, but not faster. So like the two of you book it high speed, way faster than anybody ought to be able to run, and y'all are headed east to like towards the edge of town. Holy man, you could throw one of your weapons, but you know that if you miss, right, like either way, whether you hit or miss, you're gonna lose some of your enhancement. But it's probably your only chance of hitting him since you're running at the same speed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Which one? Which one will you throw?
I'm gonna throw the silver cross.
Okay. Henry, you are booking it. While you're on the run, you've managed to clear your gun, and you're in the process of you've got like one bullet in it, but you haven't filled the other 5 chambers. You look over your shoulder, and he's pulling that right arm back. You can see he's about to fucking just wing this thing through the gap. What are you doing?
With that knowledge, I guess I want to continue to run, but try and I want to try and dodge it, I guess. And the whole thing about it is, if I dodge it, I'm gonna instantly turn on him.
Okay. Both of you roll again.
Normal.
Yep.
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Double womp.
Double
He
womp.
rolled better than me.
Yeah, he is ahead of you by 1, just barely, but you both got a failure. So effectively, you're both gonna miss here. You fling the cross forward, feeling that holy energy kind of sail out, and he unfortunately kind of like does a tuck and roll maneuver. Seeing that you weren't gonna you didn't feel like you were gonna be able to dodge in time, you just basically let your weight drop to the ground and rolled forward, robbing you of your opportunity to shoot at him with your one round in the chamber, but also dodging the weapon. Holy man, I need you to make a -1 roll for me. As soon as the holy cross leaves your hand, you can feel the influence of the dark cross pushing through you. You feel that kind of like surge, that of hate, of need to kill this man, and then you also feel your legs shatter.
All right. Well, in that case, he's absolutely just falling to the ground.
Okay. The holy man cries out in agony as as both of his lower legs, suffer compound fractures. However, you also see that that dark cross in his hand kind of lengthen, kind of extend longer and longer until it's approximately the shape of a spear. Holy man, would you like to throw your spear?
I give it one hurl.
Hell yeah. Roll with a +2. That'll do it.
Wow.
Luckily, successes beat failures in the simplified system.
No joke.
No kidding. As the spear, being that spear for all of us with a little bit of background, sails through the air and impales Henry. Henry, you feel the calling of home. You feel like it's time that your bounty hunting days are over and you done did your best. You killed all the monsters you could, and the one who cursed you and your kin to be this way, well, he was the devil after all. Any last words?
I guess you said I feel like calling to home, not like a desperation or anything.
Nope.
I just call to the holy man. He's the devil, and I couldn't kill him.
All right. As the blade of Longinus pierces Henry, we see him turn to ash and begin to blow away on the desert wind. Holy man, you hear him say that thing was the devil and he couldn't kill him. But you don't really care. Your legs are literally shattered and you are pretty actively bleeding to death on the inside at the moment. Any last words?
Just a prayer to heaven.
All right. You feel your prayer rise up and get rejected. You wielded the weapon of the devil. They don't want you up there. And the holy man dies with a whimper, feeling the fires of hell coming, reaching for him. Back in the other scene, another half mile back into town after that very quick sprint. The two of you are following the Shadow Man. He's just kind of strolling down the stairs, and he reaches the bottom and kind of just turns westward. You hear Bennett, as you're closest, you hear just kind of a soft chuckle. Just a guess that's one more down.
And I hear him say that.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean that's one more down?
Seems your holy man decided to take care of my hunter.
I don't know how this is beneficial to anybody, but I'm getting real tired of your cryptic bullshit. Level with me. Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm just your run-of-the-mill thief. You're looking for the church money?
No, I'm already past that. I figured you were the one that stole all that money. Probably tried to get everybody in town with that damn bar tonight to keep them distracted.
Distracted?
So you could take care of that
I was just...
other fella.
Oh, no. I'm just headed west. I thought I'd give the town a little bit of fun. Everybody needs a little night of Debauchery, a little sin. Can't
Of
hurt.
course. What kind of person would ever take the money from a church to do such things? Probably not a person at all. Cold-hearted
Oh,
preacher.
is it the church money that you're worried about? Don't you worry, miss. Here, and you hear and then eventually see as he steps over it a large sack of coins, much more than the church lost, hits the ground.
I mean, I'm not going to thank you for that because clearly I don't know where all that came from. I know that coffer didn't have that much in it.
Are you looking for less?
I'm looking for answers.
Well, ain't that the plight of humanity?
Are you just going to leave town now?
I'm walking, ain't I?
Yeah, but you sure did leave a whole dust bowl behind you.
That
whirlwind
wasn't
of
me.
trouble?
I didn't start nor finish anything.
Don't act like you're totally innocent in all this. You brought all that to town. You brought that guy, Henry, following you, causing trouble.
Innocence is in the eye of the beholder.
Deputy, maybe we let that one go.
No, I don't want to let anything go. That's not really my MO. See, I like to know every bit of business I possibly can, and when people are getting shoved around or worse in my town, I definitely want to know more, especially when we got Mr. Demonic Voice over here.
Well, how about you trail him and I'll go around out west and try and get ahead of him, all right?
It's fine, Tim. You don't have to bother anymore. Let me
No.
take this on my own.
That's right. You trail him and I'm going to go around west and get out ahead, all right?
All right, whatever you say.
Deputy, I already got rid of one hunter tonight. Don't make me do it to two.
Who said I'm hunting you?
Are you following me?
Depends on what you mean by following.
I'm going west. Are you going west?
You know, before you came around, I had a bit of a normal life here, but hell, what else is out there? It's a lot more tempting than that. Perhaps
Oh,
I'll follow you west.
maybe you want to go west.
Maybe I do.
You know, young Tim can't come.
Have they stepped past the money yet?
Long past it. They're
I'm
10, 15
Oh.
feet past the money.
Oh. If they turn around behind them, they're going to see him grabbing the money and trying
Just
to sneak
leaving.
back to the tavern.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about Tim.
Oh, I don't imagine anybody's going to be worrying about Tim. You see a gloved hand, all in black leather, reach out, and just a little bit of that sleeve comes up, and you see that the arm is of a kind of a dark blackish color too. Might be a little bit furry.
If I take your hand,
Well,
what's going to happen?
You won't be a deputy anymore. That's for sure. I suppose deputy's just a label.
Absolutely. I think I'm worth a bit more than that. It did have its limitations.
How about horseman?
Horseman, you say?
I did.
And what's that going to be like?
You ever ridden a horse?
Absolutely.
That's what it's gonna be like.
There's nothing else in it for me?
I didn't say that.
All right,
You take the hand.
I'm taking the hand.
You grab his hand, and things go a little shifty for a moment, and you find yourself riding a horse west of the city. Well, come on then, horseman.
We go to war.
All right, compadre, let's go to war.
And that's where we're gonna close the session tonight. That's what, everybody. We killed off some players. We picked up a horseman of the apocalypse, and we sent Timmy inside with blood money.
All right. Drinks are on me for eternity.
Hell yeah! Timmy's got more gold than he could ever possibly spend.
He's gonna try and buy the pub. It's always been his
He
dream.
definitely buys the bar, no question, and then drinks himself into an early grave.
Oh, absolutely. Which is what he was chasing the whole time anyway.
Basically his life's dream.
He accomplished everything he ever set out to.
Sounds
And
good.
you know, with that money, he was able to hire guns to keep it nice and peaceful for everybody when they're getting drunk.
True. Well, alright, everyone. We done did it. We done turned ourselves into cowpokes and cow ladies. Cowpokies. Cowpeaks. I don't know. Can't really think of a female version of cowpokes.
Cowpake?
Cowpokettes?
Cowpokettes? That works, yeah. Cowpokes and cowpokettes. I'm just writing some notes and everybody's character sheets here, and we will be done until Sunday or Thursday.
Yay.
After slaying his foe, rejected from heaven's arms for his usage of the spirit.
Rejected from it. Yeah, we'll pick him up in the demons game.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll pick him up. He's fucking doing taxes.
Also, a guy who was a pirate trying to get into heaven. I mean, come on.
And did you really stand a chance?
Yeah, he had a tough run either way.
Died of being impaled with the spear of Longinus by the corrupted holy man. Alright. Think I got everybody? No, I don't got Timmy yet. Alright? Yeah, not yet. Gained infinite wealth.
Hell yeah, partner.
The devil. Bought the saloon. And
Drank his days away in Party
drank
Town.
his days away in bliss.
He's also going to meet me down there.
Oh yeah, everybody going to hell. Don't you worry.
Timmy was already well on the way to hell. It's okay. Nothing changed.
Yep. Well, we're closing it out here. Thanks for watching, watchers. Thanks for playing, players. I'll catch some of you on Sunday and the rest of you next Thursday. Good night, everybody.
Good night, partners.
Good night.
Bye.